Will the real Billy Shears please stand up? Or I can still out-sing Paul. On page 79 of the Memoirs of Billy Shears 2021 edition, Billy says something that is very, very strange. He says, "Now even in my last stretch of life, I can still out-sing Paul." It would appear that Billy has a very big ego here, or is very, very delusional. In 1993, Paul McCartney, Billy, toured Australia, and I saw him in concert in Sydney a total of 3 times. All my friends and family knew I was a really big Paul McCartney fan, and when he returned in 2017 to tour Australia once again, my wife offered to buy tickets and take me to his concert in Sydney, and I declined, giving the reason that in my opinion he no longer sings as well as he used to. I preferred to hold on to my 1993 fairy tale than face the 2017 reality that his voice and performance would disappoint me. Now in 2023 he has just toured Australia again, most likely his very last tour of Australia. I now live in Brisbane, and once again I have decided not to attend either the Brisbane or Gold Coast concerts because I believe he has lost his singing voice, and also for one other reason. In this 2009 Late Show with David Letterman rooftop concert, when he sings Band on the Run, you can clearly hear that his voice struggles to hit the notes clearly, and he has a croak in his voice. You can check this video out for yourself on YouTube. His singing voice does not get better over the years. Currently, November 2023, there are some videos out on YouTube with him in concert in Australia. Check them out and listen to his voice for yourself before these videos get deleted. Despite this, I don't believe Billy is being egotistical or that he is delusional when he says he can still out-sing Paul. I believe Billy is dropping us a rather large clue. In 1963, in the Beatles book Monthly, it says, "At 5'11", John is the same height as both Paul and George." Personally, I think it was closer to 5'10", but for the purposes of this video, we will use 5'11". According to Google, Paul McCartney is 1.8 meters tall, or 5'11", and Linda McCartney was 1.75 meters, or 5'9 inches, making him just 2 inches taller than Linda. If we take a look at some of the images of Billy and Linda standing next to each other, we see that in fact he is much taller than Linda, at least 4 inches taller. Looking at these images, it is quite easy to see that Billy is over 6'2" inches tall. I believe he is actually 6'2.5" inches tall. There are many, many more images available on the internet which all show the same height differential. Now let's take a look at Heather Mills, and according to Google she is 1.72 meters, or 5'8" inches tall. That's 1 inch shorter than Linda. With heels she would probably be 5'10", or maybe even 5'11". Still, that would make her at least 3 inches shorter than Billy. This clip comes from the 2002 US concert tour. This guy is way too short to be Billy. The current Paul McCartney band from left to right is Rusty Anderson, Wix Wickens, Paul McCartney, Brian Ray, and Abe Laboriel Jr. Rusty Anderson has been with the band since 2001 and is listed as 1.87 meters, or 6'1.5" inches tall. That should make him just a little bit shorter than Billy. But as we can see in the above image, he is much taller than this Paul McCartney, who would be only about 5'11". Billy, we know, is over 6'2" inches tall. Clearly this is not Billy Shears. He is way too short. I can accept that Paul McCartney was replaced in 1966 by Billy Shears, and that Billy went on to a solo career and formed Wings. At least in 1993, arguably, I got to see a Beatle, and the guy, Billy, who recorded and performed all those great Wings songs. Without doing a heap of research, it seems to me that Billy has not appeared live in concert since Linda passed. I dare say that a replacement Paul McCartney has taken over the replacement Paul McCartney who replaced Paul McCartney from at least 2001, or perhaps they resurrected Paul. I said earlier that I decided not to see Paul McCartney concerts in Brisbane because of his failing singing voice, and the other reason is that, in my opinion, I believe it is just a tribute band and not a very good one at that.